We have on the line Lulu Friesdat, who is the founder and director of Smart Elections, a group that tracks whether elections are valid and legitimate or not. Smart Elections has filed suit against Rockland County based on a statistical research they have done that indicates that the election in Rockland County, both the senatorial and presidential election, may have had flawed results. This case is actually getting traction now. It is about to go forward. Lulu Friesdat, good morning.
Good morning, Fran. What a pleasure to be with you. Thank you for all your work.
Oh, thank you for all your work, and thank you for the compliment. Lulu, I'm afraid we are very, very short on time because we had some connectivity issues earlier in the show, which set us back by a number of minutes. So we're going to have to move swiftly to explain what your group is doing to the audience. Again, you are the founder and director of Smart Elections. Tell us what Smart Elections has been doing in terms of the 2024 elections, particularly the suit that you have launched.
I'd love to. So just to be clear, the plaintiff in the lawsuit is Smart Legislation. Smart Legislation is the action arm of Smart Elections. We're a 501c3, and there's some things that we do through our 501c3, and there's a few other things that we do through Smart Legislation. But the organization's goals are the same. We are fighting for secure, accurate, accessible, well-administered elections that are publicly verifiable. Those are really that's our North Star. We want elections that the public has confidence in. And one of the things that we've done over the years to try to assess whether or not the election results are accurate is that we look at them with statisticians and we run different tests on the results. We do different comparisons. And the results in 2024 are remarkably unusual. And they are coming back as statistically significant. And in addition to that, in Rockland County in particular, there is more than just statistical evidence that the results are unusual or unlikely. There is actually physical evidence, and that is because the candidate in the Senate race, Diane Sayre, she's an independent candidate, and she ran against, as an independent against the Democrat and Republican for the U.S. Senate, and she was really concerned when her results came back. They seemed exceptionally low to her. No one expects an independent candidate to win. Usually they're not expecting a majority of the votes, but she thought, this is very low. I think I did better than this. And she literally just went down her block and found more people who voted for her in her district than the Rockland County Board of Elections had published in their certified results. And then she went to another district, and she found the same thing, more votes for her. These are people who are swearing, under oath that they voted for her. So this is very serious. And in general, in these districts that she checked, she was finding about almost 50% more people saying that they voted for her than was reported in the official results. And this is very concerning, especially when you magnify this out. She only went to 2 districts. If you magnify that out across the entire county, you could see that the results might be extremely inaccurate. There might be something really wrong here. And so in addition to that, we did a statistical analysis, and that was in one town. She lives in Ramapo. We also looked at 4 other towns in Rockland County. Rockland County has 5 towns, and in each of the 4 other towns, we compared different parts of the results. We compared basically the 2020 results against the 2024 results. And what we're comparing there is called drop-off. It's a little technically complicated, but not that hard to understand. We're basically comparing the difference between the presidential race and the down-ballot race for the same party. Like, if you expect your president, if you go in and you vote for the president in one party, often you're going to vote for the senator or the Congress people for the same party. People are fairly loyal. And so we looked at that difference. How often did people vote for the president but not vote for the down-ballot race of the same party? And what we found there was a huge, huge irregularity. These are big numbers in the sense that the difference between the 2020 results and the 2024 results came back statistically significant. And I'm going to give you a p-value. Most people don't understand p-values. P-value is a probability value. That means the likelihood. You're really measuring the likelihood. And the lower the number, the less likely that these results are expected. And the p-value in these 4 towns, when we compared 2020 to 2024, the p-value was 0. That's 0. That's unheard of. That means
it's really right, improbable that this
very
is
unlikely. Very unlikely that these results are organic natural results. They're considered statistically significant, highly unlikely, unusual, unexpected. These are the types of terms that you use when you have a p-value of 0. I've honestly never seen it.
Lulu, let me interject here. This is amazing. We've only got about 3 or 4 minutes left. Let me ask you very quickly about your suit, when it was launched, how much attention it is getting, and how people can get in touch with what you are doing.
Please support us financially. The most important thing right now, honestly, is money. We've got to pay our attorneys. We want to do depositions. The case is moving forward into discovery. This is a huge opportunity to find out not only what happened in Rockland County, but potentially in other counties around the country, because many counties have similar security protocols, similar ways of processing their ballots. Many of them use the same voting equipment. Huge opportunity for us. When you go into discovery, you get to ask for things that normally you never find out. But we need to raise $100,000. Please go to smartelections.us and support us financially. We've raised almost $20,000 in the last 5 days, which is unbelievable.
How to do that. You can find out how to do that on your website. Why don't you give us your website?
Smart Elections, SMART, elections.us. And just click on the donate button. There's a drop-down menu. Click on donate. And I'm going to just use my last minute, if you would. I just want to pivot to one other thing. There's a really important piece of legislation in the New York Assembly, and it's really important. It's about the voting machines coming into New York that are not reliable. And if you could please call 518-455-4466 today. That's the chair of the Election Law Committee, and ask her to put A6287 on the agenda and pass it out of committee. That's to keep bad voting machines out of New York.
Do you have that information on your website? Because that is a lot to remember. Normally we would repeat it, but, we don't have time.
It's going to be at smartlegislation.org, and we'll put a link from Smart Elections to Smart Legislation. I really appreciate you giving me this opportunity, Fran. Thank you for all you're doing.
Thank you so much, Lulu. This is really amazing news because it does lead to questions about the entire 2024 election. Now, I am presuming, just one quick comment, that it is kind of too late to overturn that in any way, but how do you see that progressing? What is the purpose here?
This is what we found. We found in state after state that we looked at, the election results look highly unlikely. These are patterns that are repeating in state after state after state. If, in fact, the results have not been counted correctly, then this is a constitutional violation of people's voting rights, and a federal constitutional case can be put together. And I think we're in unprecedented territory here. And if, in fact, that is what happened, if these election results are not correct, then there are grounds for a constitutional federal case, and we have been talking to attorneys about it, and we are exploring moving forward. Again, please donate. That takes money.
And do that after you donate to WBAI, which is also on the
the WBAI, of course, is a wonderful place to support, where we find out things that we don't find out anywhere else.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Lulu Friesdat, for all of your work. This is very important, intriguing, provocative news. SmartElections.us. Go there.
Thank you,
Find out more about this. Thank you, Lulu.